So we're a next generation entertainment company, and what we are excited about doing is to create a completely new type of entertainment where you use new technologies on the phone, on your laptop, using GPS, using the camera, like using augmented reality. And so the whole idea is, you have lots of friends that stay at home and just play games on the computer and spend hundreds of hours. But wouldn't you be more excited if people can go to Bagatelle, right, and be able to go there with their friends in the park and watch a concert there, or to be able to go to Corsica and do something together? And I think that's more fun when you're not stuck on a computer, but you can spend more time with your friends and to do stuff in the real world. And that's what we want to do. We want to use the technology that's out there to do stuff together with your friends and to not just get a sword in the game, but to actually be able to exercise together and to improve everyone's lives. So one of the products that we created last year is called My Town. And the whole idea around My Town is it's a social game that is based around location. So I can go to Georges V, or I can go down to, let's say, all these different places, and I could buy those places with my phone. So it uses the GPS for you to play Monopoly. And Monopoly used to just be a board game on the table, but now, instead of having 6 people play Monopoly, we actually have 2 million people in the United States play on their phone to buy locations in the real world. So if you go to your favorite cafe, you can actually be able to buy it. And the interesting game that we made is that if someone else comes to your restaurant that you bought, or Starbucks, you can earn money off of them in the real world. So now you're competing with 2 million people in the United States. It became so popular that in the first month, every location in the United States was bought already in the game. So there's a virtual game overlaid on top of the real world, and that's how we think about our products. But what's really amazing right now is that we're growing at 100,000 users a week. People are spending over an hour inside My Town. And we get 60 million check-ins. That's how often people are walking into a store. So we've done deals with H&M Travel Channel, which is a really big media company here. In H&M, there's 200 retail stores, and we're able to drive about 100,000 people to go to the retail stores. The most common place that people check into is Walmart and CVS. Those are kind of the 2 largest sort of pharmacy, kind of shopping places in the United States. And that's amazing because we can actually, for the first time, if someone watches a commercial on TV, we can track offline conversion tracking and actually see what the impact is on people's buying patterns when they walk into a store. And we have a new product coming out in 3 weeks that uses the camera to be able to scan any UPC barcode while you're inside the store. So if I go to FNAC, the game would say, go to the FNAC and get more points. When you walk in there, Iron Man 2 DVD might be coming out. You scan the UPC barcode to get more points, but you can also get, let's say, the Mark V armored pet for your game. And our belief is that entertainment utility is going to be a very big driver for getting people to actually get into the store. And you can build a lot of supply chain understanding behind how people are looking at products, and it works very well for CPGs. So for example, Procter & Gamble, all these companies want to know why people are picking products in an aisle. We can actually direct people to go from the grocery aisle all the way to the electronics part of the store. And we can actually track that because we're using GPS as well as a camera. So even though this is a game, it's a means to an end to be able to measure and connect the consumer to businesses. And so a lot of businesses are working with us now because, it's impossible to get, a theater to get 20,000 people to come to their theater to watch a movie, but we use this game to drive people to get to those locations. So that's really kind of the high level. Our background is in entertainment. So the last 10 years, we've worked on some of the most impactful titles out there. Blizzard made like World of Warcraft, Diablo. These have all sold like, you know, billions of dollars. And our mission is just to, you know, intersect the real world and digital world. That's really kind of like our background. Let me just pull out some other stuff. I mean, that's you know, kind of like the high level. We have a lot of products also on Facebook as well. And so we have a game that we built called Nightclub City. And it just launched about 6 weeks ago. And we launched with only 100 players like in the game. And today we have 4 million users on that, like in 6 weeks. We grow at about 1 million users every week right now. So I think we're gonna have, I don't know, 10, 15 million users in like 2 months. Right now it's the most popular product on Facebook, fastest growing, and I can show you like a chart. It's like insane.
And what is the subject of this game?
So the subject is awesome. Okay, I'm a DJ, and so the purpose of the game, so this is the chart of our growth for monthly actives. This is from last, so it just doesn't stop growing. It's like totally insane, and it's called Nightclub City. Let me load up the website. So the purpose of the game is called the hottest music social experience on Facebook, and the whole idea of the game is you build your own nightclub. And so you can hire your friends as DJs, bartenders. It's very, very social, and you can also choose the type of music that you want. So if you want indie electro, you want Dada, you want Daft Punk, you can put them in there. If you want to get you know, Yuxek to play, you can have them in there. We have a lot of like French artists in there already. The whole idea is that when you have 5 to 10 million users, what we then do is we can break out any musician in the world. So basically in one day, we can have 5 million people like listen to a song that no one's ever heard. And so now we're breaking out a lot of independent artists. We started our own music label. And that's the power. Like we can reverse, there have been music labels for the last 40 years. And in like 1 year, by creating a great experience, you can literally become like the next music label. And that's like the power behind social media and the stuff that we're doing right now. So right now here, we do deals with everyone from furniture, from Stark. You could do stuff with like Castel Bajac for like avatar stuff. We doing stuff with a lot of people in LA, Las Vegas. And the great idea is that because we have My Town, you could check in to a really awesome party. Like let's say, you know, a couple years ago, you wanted to get into the Royal Muscle party, right? You went to the demolition party, right? You check in there, and then suddenly you can get like the really cool like furniture, all the avatar for your area because you went to that spot. So you get the exclusive items to those locations, and then maybe you could get the Jean-Paul Gaultier like, you know, outfit for your character. I mean, that's why it's really cool because the exclusive, we drive people to go to real world locations. So right now we're the number one leader in like location-based marketing as well. So we do location-based stuff. We can drive people to different locations and advertising, and it's relevant. So I don't know if you guys have seen Minority Report, but when you watch Minority Report, you go into, let's say, FINAC, and it already knows that it will advertise like Iron Man 2 because that's like the type of stuff that you like. And that's what we do. We build out a profile of the users. So for example, my girlfriend, she likes to drink wine and she goes to Napa. So she would always get from Groupon, like all the offers that are coming from like there, like wine offers and things like that. So for her, she's really happy because she's getting exactly what she wants. And advertising is useful when it's like really relevant. But then she'll never get like an advertisement for like, you know, a hamburger, right? A $6 hamburger. She won't care about that stuff, right? So